Okay, time to talk about Buddyfight episode 14 in Grainovision.
Wow.
Accompanied with Lee, because this time she'll actually probably say words.
Yep.
I guess we should just start. At the beginning.
Gao and Drum being annoying.
Being annoying, because they have to be in every episode at least a little bit.
Fighting over goddamn food like they always do. It's almost as if they have bad characterization.
It's almost like they don't do anything, and I will keep complaining about it out there until he does something important.
Yeah.
But anyway, Noboru's friends walk in, are up, I guess, since they're on the on the roof, and Gao recognizes them as such, and then they're all like, no, actually, we were just used as name placeholders, so that Noboru could enter the cup.
He's doing it himself. He's fine.
Because apparently he's the only one who had the balls to do it himself.
Yeah, not cheat like an asshole.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, that just gives me more respect for him.
So we find out that the previous year, Noboru took a bribe from the president to throw his match.
Yeah, well, he didn't take a bribe. It's more like he said, the president said, take any card you like. He's like, ooh, Dracula, this is so cool. It's not a good card, by the way. It's terrible.
Just being a dumb kid.
Yeah, and then he's like, well, you can have it, but now you have to work for me. But it's like, I don't want to do that. You took the card from...
You already took it. Too bad.
But it's like, no, I don't want it then. It's like, too bad.
And he got incredibly close to his face.
Like, almost looked like he was about to kiss him. And I'm like, that's not how you do it. It's like, if you did that to any other person that you work with, they would have either punched you in the mouth or took your thing and just laughed. Like, I could see Jin just laughing, just get up and laugh at him as he just walks out of the...
Totally in fact, he already did.
Yeah, he almost did, in fact, last episode. So yeah, like, literally, anyone else would have just laughed in his face.
But apparently not, 10-year-old Noboru.
Nope, because he was stupid at the time, and so of course he throws the match, and he's all sad about himself, and well, he's been staring at the Dracula the whole time.
And El Quixote's like, you should use that. It's a good card.
In the lapse,
El Quixote, shut up.
In the lapse of otherwise good judgment, El Quixote says you should use that card.
It's strong, you know.
Let's talk about that card for a minute. Okay, Dracula looks good on paper. 5/05 gets us 1 crit for each Dragonite in the drop zone. Okay, fair enough. But then you realize something. Pay 3 gauge, size 2, i.e. magical goodbye, or anything that kills a size 2 really quickly. Because he's 5, remember, 5 defense, 5 attack. Like, a lot of things can beat this thing up.
Why would you pay more for something that is, on average, just going to be Nobunaga?
That's the kicker right there. Noboru took Dracula over Nobunaga. Because in the right underneath the blank spot where the Dracula was, Nobunaga was right there.
Fuck this show. I know they got a hawk cards, but...
No, they shamelessly, promote bad cards. Even say how bad it is and at the end. But we'll get to that later. I agree. Well, I guess we should continue. So Noboru says, I don't wanna, it's too much work to put it into the deck.
And El Quixote's like, you scared?
You scared or something?
That's not how a man plays this game. It's just weird, okay? El Quixote, you should know
better
what is a good move or not.
He seemed to have been knowing what the better moves were this whole time. And then he says this, and I'm like, dude, don't tell him to play bad cards on purpose.
Whatever.
Anyway.
I guess the point was not to feel guilty,
I know that's the point. It's just, you don't understand that was his intention until the end. Because he never says that at the beginning. He just says, use it, it's good. And I'm like, shut up, man. It's not good at all. Anyway, let's continue. Next part.
So then, the continuity... Oh, this part. So the president is monologuing and Noboru just leaves.
Yeah, well, he says to the president that he's going to not take a card this time, but he will lose it like planned. I don't know why he didn't just take a card and then beat him in the face like he did this time. But anyway, so the president's like, I'm so good at this game, blah, 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 blah. Noboru left about halfway through the conversation. And even
he's already gone, sir.
Yeah, even the vice president notes that he already left. Like, I don't know what they're trying to do with this guy. Like, I understand they have no other villain because Ruga is gone and Demon Dragon can't be there at all times, but he is such a pathetic villain.
Team Rocket laughs at him.
His own cohorts laugh at him. The people he pays to do stuff for him laugh at him. How is
Everyone laughs at him because he fucking lost in the most embarrassing way.
Oh yeah, he lost. Yeah, we'll get to that too. That was actually one of the best parts about this episode. All right, so to do that. What happened after that?
So then, they get to the tournament. They're about to start. And everyone's like, man, I can't wait to see Noboru play. He's known for using
balanced decks. And then Baku's like, balanced decks are okay, but they won't win you anything.
I think he said they're good, but they're not always enough.
You know, that consistency.
Yeah, screw consistency.
Enough.
Screw having...
You need a strong card to win a game.
Then why not make a balanced deck that focuses around using strong cards? I don't know, like maybe the whole entire point of Dragon Knights!
Like, Dragon Knights especially, because all their size 2s have 3s and 4s. What is your point? And, no, that's a terrible advice, because it's like saying...
Morikawa was
saying Morikawa is right. If you just make your battle plan about something big and strong, and you will win.
Please, your messages are the fucking worst sometimes.
So I tell you people out there, if you guys believe Baku for a second, take a Buddyfight deck, make 30 of the cards items, 4 of them spells, and then the rest size 3s. Tell me how that works out for you. You'll get your weapon and you'll get your big monster. I don't think you're going to win. I agree. So anyway, so the tournament starts after that idiocy.
Oh yeah. Meanwhile, over in the student council's office, Doai is there because of Zanya's message, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's waiting at the door.
He's snooping around for the deck when suddenly he gets caught by the
that happens at the end of the episode.
Being caught happens at the end, actually.
What happens is he opens the door and says, I knew it!
Yeah, he opens the door, I knew it. No one's in there. And I'm like, okay.
No, but the important thing is, Zanya has the fucking deck now.
Yeah, Zanya has the deck.
That prick just told Doai, so he could get in trouble.
And anyone who likes Zanya, shut up. Like, seriously.
He is the biggest asshole ever. What
point even was there to do that? I mean, he already had the deck, he had to have the deck, because otherwise, what is the point of us seeing him having a fake one?
The real villain of this show is Zanya.
Clearly.
Lasagna, you evil.
Lasagna.
I hate everything.
I remember I specifically wrote down in my notes, I hate everyone and YouTube commenters.
Well, yeah, because you want to know what happened the first hour in that video, what people commenting, the first hour or two, everyone was saying first, second, or ninth.
We literally had to pause because of the whole balance thing, and we were just trying to see if someone else said anything about
And no, apparently that's the people who watched Buddyfight when it comes out. People who only care about saying first or second or whatever, like this is 2006.
Go home. You're drunk.
It's time to stop posting.
It's time to stop posting. But yeah, so that happens. So whatever reasons happen, and like we said at the end of the episode, Doai gets caught because apparently Zanya's not the only ninja in the school.
Vice President lady.
Vice President snuck into that room without going through the door because he was facing the door, and without sneaking through the window because the window was closed, and dropped him down the hole at the end. But we'll get to those holes later. Literally those holes. And we'll go on to the fight.
Dangerous death you die.
Yes, dangerous death you die.
It's okay to spell it, but not say it.
Yep, you can't say things like that in the English dub for kids, apparently, but you can sure as hell spell it out for them.
Yeah, what the dicks, man?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that was about.
Killer deck, guys. Anyway,
so yeah, the fight starts. The president has this condition where he has to stop everything he does for no reason in a continuous sentence like that.
We decided to make a drinking game out of it.
Yeah, every time he pauses, and you can say a line in the middle of it without him starting up, take a drink. By the end of the series, if he's still in the series, you'll probably be dead. Because look, I don't care what you think about like how shows for kids work. That's not excusable. A character can't say stuff, stop in the middle of a sentence for 10 seconds straight, and then just keep talking the rest of his sentence like nothing happened.
Like he goes like, I've still got more monsters up my sleeve.
Fine.
Okay, now I'm gonna talk again.
It's really... Zebek, you said? Who does the English dub of it? Whoever it is terrible.
I don't care anymore.
It has to be the Japanese one, too, because he literally wasn't talking. Like, his mouth wasn't moving or anything.
That, or they literally had to go in and edit the frames to be paused longer.
That would be stupid. And I would hate them for it. Anyway, continuing. So they...
I have a nitpick.
What?
Why does every Dual Dragons player in this world not use a Dual Dragon deck?
Because Dual Dragons aren't good, you see.
Yeah. None of that dual law, which is the only thing that actually makes Dual Dragons a deck. So, you know...
Yeah, like that. So after, long story short, after, you know, they go back and forth a little bit, President brings out the Emperor Dragon, blows up his Kamitsumi Yao, who they keep calling Kamitsumi Yo, and that much bothers me with the nitpick because it's like there's clearly an A at the end of his name.
Kamitsumi Yo, yeah, it was weird.
Also, for some reason he cares.
Yeah, for some reason he really cares about Noboru sticking to his plans. He says it like he was there the whole time discussing this with him. Like
He's monsters, man.
It sounds like he had a fight with him earlier about this and then walked out.
I don't know.
You know, I just wanted to go to dinner, maybe to Denny's, but now I had to bring this up.
You know, losing so many cards to take out a card that draws cards.
What are
you doing?
It makes my brain hurt. Well, anyway, so yeah, he does that. He gets 2 cards because Kamitsumi Yao died. And then it's his turn.
Also, he also set up Night in the Wild instead of Dual Law.
Before I go on, instead of Dual Law, he uses Night in the Wild. A powerful set spell, according to Baku and Kuguru.
And Paruko.
Whereas you pay a gauge to gain a single solitary life.
Once per turn.
Which didn't help him in the end, by the way, because even if he had
not much.
Because even if he had 9, he would have lost the same way.
They should have done dual law. That's actually intimidating.
I mean, he still would have lost just as bad, but at least it would have been more of a, well, you can't link attack your way out of this one.
Oh yeah, so yeah, they got the damage gap 10 to 1.
Yep. So it's...
And then Noboru is suddenly like, fuck this, I'm winning now. And we're all sitting there going, whoa, how?
Yeah, at first I thought this would have been a good opportunity to do Slasher, but it was like he was so low and he had no more cards left in his hand. Anthem Slasher doesn't look like it was going to help him out of this one. And then he uses a card I almost forgot about. Draconic Destroy. Pay 2 cage, kill a monster. And based on its picture, I thought it would be like a giant fire blast or something. Was it really?
A hand comes out and just...
A giant hand comes down and picks up this dragon emperor like he's a lizard. And just takes it into a dark hole.
Bonk. Oh no, and this is my favorite part of the episode. The president's criticizing him for using that card because everyone knows it's overcosted for what it does.
Yeah, everyone knows the card is bad.
No. And like, we know it's bad,
yeah, we know it's bad too.
It's like, he's speaking our language here.
But
and yet...
yeah, but luckily, and this is important, before this happened, El Quixote bitched him out. And
right.
He explained how it doesn't matter whether or not the card is bad or not, or he got it through, treachery and deceivery.
He made his mistakes, he learned from them, and you have no place to criticize him for using the card that is now his.
Yep.
Also, President, you probably shouldn't be screaming your plans out loud.
Yeah, he seemed to be very secretive about these plans earlier, but now he's yelling it in front of everybody, admitting this. But
well, he didn't talk about specifically what he was doing.
I'm pretty sure everyone is suspicious of him if they weren't already.
It has to be something, because something happened that involved throwing the match. He mentioned that part at least.
He's fucking screwed anyway. He got wrecked.
He got so wrecked because after after El Quixote bitched him out, he hadn't used and overused Draconic Destroy. They just went in there, and then because he.
Well, I'm not everyone. Take 2. Take another 2. Then take 6.
Yep, 10 right there.
Oh man, and his face went Vlad Dracula.
Dracula.
I still have 6 life points. What are you gonna do? Take a look at my critical, dude.
Also, Vlad, please pick an accent.
Yeah.
You went from Transylvanian to like Eastern Asian.
He became Chinese the second time he was talking. Chinese monk Dracula.
That needs to be a B movie.
So he lost, and Noboru is all like happy and stuff, and it's like, yay, he won. Baku's still wrong though. Like, had the president had, he had 5 cards in his hand at the end. That means that none of those cards were able to do a thing to stop any of those attacks.
I thought he had 1 card, and
no, Noboru
wasn't a shield.
Noboru had 1 card.
Well, he was blowing up monsters left and right. Like, he played 3 and then... Yeah, whatever. They probably both had 1 card or something.
Either way. Point is, if he had any card to stop that attack, or even stop any of the attacks, really, that would have been all she wrote right there.
Whatever. Bad guys can't win.
Nope, and... Well, as you'll see, as we'll talk about later, apparently, I'm going to assume Gao can't either. But we can't predict that until the episode actually comes out. Anyway,
We should probably talk about this cave under the school.
Yeah, so after that happens, and Noboru's like, I can't wait to fight Gao and Zanya and everybody in the rest of the tournaments. We cut back to Doai, who's like, realizes that there's a hollow part of the floor. Then Ninja the Vice President sneaks in and basically opens a trap hole.
Drops him down the hole.
into this big underground cave, which begs a safety hazard problem.
They live in Japan.
They live in Japan, a place constantly bombarded with water.
And earthquakes.
And this school is built above a giant hole in the ground.
Do you know how much of a sinkhole that is waiting to happen?
If you don't know about, geography and geology, sinkholes happen with those conditions. And that only made the question, why is this under a school?
And in other news today, about 1,000 children were killed in a massive
1,000
sinkhole.
children, and half of them with buddies, died because of a massive sinkhole collapsed the school into the ground.
That's a disaster waiting to happen, but it won't, because this is Animu.
Yep, it can't happen here, even though it still begs the question, who funded this? This is a school.
Wait, guys.
What?
This is Ruga's plan. He went to go create the sinkhole and kill everyone. I'll shut up.
Anyway, but who funded this? He's the president of the student council, not the United States. How did he get funding to get probably the 5th floor of the building, a tunnel that leads all the way down to underground, several feet underground, I may add, where they just keep people prisoners? Why? This is a school.
Also,
who are they holding prisoner there?
Also, the leader of the Seifukai has been down there for probably a week without food.
The leader of the Seifukai has been down there for probably days.
He's a fucking man. He does not give a shit.
But it begs the question, are they feeding him?
Does he have water?
Does he have water?
But you'd have to figure if they are, he'd just rough them the fuck up and get out of there.
Yeah, I mean, seriously. It just raises too many questions.
He just went Zen mode and became all enlightened.
Overall, even though this was really silly, it was pretty good.
It was pretty, yeah. I'll agree. It was a pretty good episode overall. It just had a lot of stupid moments.
I actually liked this video less than last week's one.
Well, I'm not saying it was better than last week. I'm just saying it was at least not as bad as 6 or 9.
Yeah.
Because even though it had a lot of silly moments, stupid moments, and continuity errors, none of those things were the focus of the episode. The focus of the episode was Noboru getting rid of the demons of his past.
Yes.
And overcoming them.
And then next week he has to overcome the demons of his present, apparently.
Apparently. Because it looks like, let's straight up say, it's Gao versus Noboru in the next match. And from the previews that we saw, which include, I guess, Gao having tears whisk off his face, and something about Noboru planning on leaving after the tournament.
Switching schools to study elsewhere.
It makes me think what's going to happen is, since Gao can't lose, Gao is going to beat him, Noboru's going to think he needs to get stronger, so he decides to move to another school to try to get better.
Or, Gao's like, dude, you can't do that. You stay here if I win, okay? Because...
you're putting too much credit into them. You're implying that Gao will actually lose.
No. If I win, that's...
If Gao wins, yes.
Yeah.
So if Gao wins, he stays.
Yeah.
But most likely this could also be a permanent thing. And he'll basically Kote this whole season.
Please no. Don't go away.
I don't want him
one beacon of anything here.
He is the only instance of substance in this whole series, so I really hope he doesn't move. I hope this time is what you said, and it's Gao says, if I win, you don't go, and he actually wins.
They have to come up with some contrivance to make us root for him.
So they have to put our actual good character at risk to make us actually want Gao to win.
But if he does leave dropped...
Yeah, if Noboru actually leaves and he's not in the rest of the season, dropped. I cannot go back to watching Gao be stupid. Exclusively.
because what else is gonna happen?
Like,
we don't have any other characters.
Like, Tatsuo is there, but he's so rarely there. They're not going to focus on him, clearly. They don't have any intention of focusing on him, ever. Tetsuya is Yo. That's all he does. And I don't want to watch a story about Kuru and Baku.
They're idiots.
They're stupid. They don't know how their own game works, apparently. Because remember, back in the day, when it just occurred to Baku, I should put 4 drum bunkers into his deck, even though his buddy's drum. This was on the episode where Ruga got OTK'd, by the way. He said, "I'm gonna up your drums and your steel fists up to 4, plus add in pile bunker." So he was not running 4 Drago Knuckles or 4 drum bunkers at that time.
The only thing
Oh man, what if he's not doing that anymore either?
Oh god.
It would explain why Drum's not showing up.
Man, that's true too. He hasn't shown up in 4 or 5 episodes as an actual card. I mean, he's even complaining.
Breaker fucking when?
I hope this show gets fixed, because I keep saying it, and eventually we'll get to it, but the manga just does its job way better at making Gao and Drum likable. And it really begs the question, why then they just do this for the show? Because Gao is so annoying, and Drum doesn't do anything except for bitch about eating, I guess, and pudding, and not being Buddy anymore. And it's like, how many times is he going to say that tune before, something actually happens with it?
Do something!
I don't know. So, I'm hoping the next episode is fantastic and does not make Noboru leave.
Bonus points if they have some El Quijote drum trash talk.
That would be great. Maybe El Quijote will make Drum stop acting like a little baby who doesn't have a buddy skill but keeps holding it over Gao's head.
Please, El Quijote, you have such good trash talk.
That's it.
Alright, I guess that's about does it. Overall, the episode is watchable. It's got good moments. You just gotta watch out for those stupid moments that come from having to deal with Gao and his friends. His inner circle of friends, I should specify.
They're not allowed to
hell.
be out of an episode.
Yeah. In this episode, they're just really chatty, though. Now Kiri's going to be bad forever, because he's going to probably take that message to heart.
God damn it. Wait a minute. No, it can't be, because he's going to be to villain.
It's true. Well, maybe being to villain will make him throw away that advice and actually become good.
Kiri, you have to become the false prophet chosen one.
It's the only way. Well, till next time, everybody. I guess Vanguard soon, and hopefully more card news soon, because Extra Booster comes out next month or the month after. Next month for Buddyfight.
Yes.
So yeah, prepare thine butt sockses.
I will.
You will?
I will.
All right. See ya. And see you.